Speaking of the old school, right?
Yep.
Been around for a long time, him, Angel as well. Well, we're going to go into it now. HellRaisers get started on the CT side, and they are going to buy a little bit of everything here. Obviously, the defuse kit, good idea, but also a flashbang, even a smoke on Adrian playing towards the middle of the map, and this seems like it could be a bit of a fake. Oh, Angel taking the shot through Doja to get the kill on Cypher Focus. That's, you know, that's when you know you've got the right focus, if you're willing to shoot your teammate a little bit to get the kill.
Ooh, Moose kind of stuck in no man's land. He actually put himself in position behind his smoke, so it's going to be all up to Kucher. He's isolated in this bomb site.
That was a nice smoke as well from Flipside. That was thrown all the way from outside the A hallways, all the way in towards the door there. We're going to have to go back and see exactly how that works. But now it's a 4v4. Bomb goes down. Flipside, they lose Cypher Focus and they don't miss a step. They just keep going anyway. Look at Moo trying to shoot through the wood panels back there. They are almost made a cardboard, but he's not going to connect with anyone. Now they run in. Blade getting the one headshot. Bondik, Markolov. It's a slaughter. HellRaisers getting destroyed in this pistol round. What a great adjustment. Losing those entries and pistols can be so hard to recover, but they didn't even miss a step there. They just kept going.
No, and that crossfire by Blade and Bondik at the SWAT truck and underneath the little railing there. I mean, they just blew them up when they came out. So that was very well done. You talk about that first smoke that blows up at the door. The second smoke came in and kind of just smoked out that little Croesus. I don't know what you guys call that, by the way. This that back hallway.
Oh, was it up at
the A bomb site where they retake
the high ground or
yes,
through
the high ground?
I guess I would probably just call it high ground.
Cool.
What do you call it?
This is a map. This is the first season that we've had Cbble in North America, so I really haven't seen too much of this map quite yet. To be quite honest with you,
in my opinion, high ground is like a pretty default name for it. If someone could come up with something that's even better, I would be up for it. You know, I'd use it. I feel like we don't have like a lot of really great call-out spots on this one. I know that Weber from the British scene has been trying to, like, he really wants a spot to be called Torpedo somewhere. I don't know why. He just feels like there should be something called Torpedo. So I'm not sure if that's it. Maybe we'll make that work one day. Well, actually, Doja picking up 2 great kills. Adrian with 1 as well. It's a 3v2 at the moment. World Edit is going to be alone. Doja picking up a 3rd kill. And World Edit is going to fall to Kucher. Oh my lord. Doja just going nuts in this round. That is hard to deal with.
Yeah, he basically just outdueled Galila and 2 AK-47s there. So he picks up 3 kills, and that's a pretty common spot where he was playing, right behind that fountain. He just had a pistol with it and hit some nice shots. And if he can anchor that down with a rifle and the gun rounds, that's going to spell a lot of trouble for Flipside. You know, just based off what he just did with a pistol. Yeah,
definitely. That's hard to deal with, isn't it? Now, Chat's been laughing at us because even if they say the obvious name is Balcony, and that's probably true. Someone else is saying it could be Diggity, which I guess is like a shot at the Australian team.
I like it.
I like it too. Adrian playing down here, caught with a grenade in his hand, and the Tech-9 just a little bit too powerful for those kind of shenanigans, so he's going to end up going down. Cypher Focus very nearly picked off mid-air by Doja. Angel to finish it off, and Doja goes down to Markolov. Angel can't see a thing, he's looking left and right, but he's flashed and ends up dropping. Moo will fall next, and now Kucher, last man standing in a 1v3. Complete turnaround here as HellRaisers. They were actually in all the right positions, they just didn't make it work at all.
Yeah, that all comes down to that one pop flash for that drop spot. Blinds, I believe that was Dren, and he, like you said, he got caught with a nade, but he was just so blind. That gives them, the opening and the control they need to really pick apart that defense. And Markolov did such a good job of juggling aggression with that P250, getting a pick and then falling back before getting traded off and then peeking out again. So he just blows that defense open.
Well, Kucher, last man standing, wants to escape. But World Edit is there to help him to his grave. Actually, he's going to somehow survive the round. That's not too bad. You get to save an MP7 and an armor and a grenade as well. I mean, I actually thought for sure Kucher was going to die. It looked like World Edit was a little bit confused there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but that's tough. So they trade trade eco rounds or force spies, I guess you can call them nowadays. But that's harsh. That's very tough.
What do you think about HellRaisers buying here?
Well, they won the second round, and now they have a Colt to add into it, so Kucher's going to have a lot of work to do. He's actually over towards the A side. It looks like most of the aggression is coming over towards B from Flipside, but if he can get, you know, an opening pick, and even now that they've spotted that Colt, that's going to cause them to slow down a little bit more, and that might allow the pistols here to get set up very nicely. Doja's even got an SMG.
Yeah, CSET 75, Deagle 5-7. They've certainly gone for, you know, variety, which is supposed to be the spice of life. They're trying to make sure they've got a lot of that. No one using the same guns here. Angel playing close to the fire, keeping his feet warm at the moment. But he's up behind this box, and it feels like Flipside are aware that that might be indeed be the thing. Bondit going to pick off Adrian. Now they can sort of sandwich in here, which means Doja, he's going to have to come up huge right now. He's in a smart corner. This is going to be really hard. I don't think they'll predict this, but if they come up behind him, they'll see him and it's all going to be over. And he knows he has to run before they actually show up behind him. I guess the clock ran out on that position. That's still kind of a cool idea, though.
Yeah, it is, but you're exactly right. It's that internal timer that he has in his brain. He's like, at some point, they're coming behind me, so I've got to get aggressive over here before they wrap around.
Yeah.
So it didn't pan out there, but it did look promising. I think this is going to be a really cool battle over towards that drop to watch out for, because it looks like Flipside is really emphasizing, you know, flashing down there and taking that over, and Adren has had a tough battle these past few rounds with it, so it'll be interesting to see if that keeps getting exploited, how HellRaisers is gonna respond to it. Yeah,
I mean, it seems like that drop zone is just like such a key point on the map at all times. That's obviously the one point of contention over towards, well, both B and A, really. What really still bothers me is that no CT team seems to be really good at holding their plateau when you come out of that B hallway. Have you noticed that as well? I don't know how it is in the NA scene, but in Europe, no one has figured out a good way to hold the plateau. It seems like it's a huge choke point and you should be able to just pick people off as they come out, but the T's have like a huge winning rate trying to get kills over here at B, I feel like.
Yeah, well, most of who I've watched on it is Envy, and they're just nuts at coming through smokes that would be up there. Yeah, it can be very, very difficult at times, and I mean, there's so many ways for terrorists to play it, and so many ways for CTs to play it, but like, it's gotten to the point now where they can kind of read and be very, very cautious. But that's one way to do it. A nice one dig is going to open things up. They've got to be careful. One more player is right underneath them.
Yeah, unfortunately he has a USPS. You kind of wish he had like a CSET or something when he's this close, although Angel will pick off one long range with a 5-7, and Kucher, M4 in hand, tries to take the fight here with Blade. He's missing a lot of shots. Doja will pick up the one kill, could have got a second one, but Blade is still alive, and Angel, very low on health here, is going to walk right in. One bullet is going to finish it, and Markolov going to wrap around, still goes down to Angel. This is unreal.
Doable. He's got such low HP, so this 5-7 from Angel is doing some work. He can actually even pick up that Colt that Kucher ended up dropping. So I mean, Blade does have the bomb and 40 seconds to work with, but Angel's got a very, very nice shot so far here in this round with that AK that he just picks up too.
Oh my lord, what a crazy round here. Blade is going to take the long way around. It's about 30 seconds. How long is it going to take? I'm going to use this new timing tool that Valve added, which is super cool. 18 seconds. So when he gets there, unless he checks a lot of corners, I mean, he's going to have around 10 seconds to put the bomb down. Really cool stuff. Yeah, look at how well. Yeah, this timing tool is incredible. Angel going to push his way through. Bomb will go down, and he's got a flashbang. They both have one, in fact. Blade trying to sneak around, and he's going to get caught. What a round here. Triple kill from Angel, but obviously move with the opening. Doja playing secretly, and I mean, Moses, they're trading rounds back and forth here. No one has had, like a really solid round where they haven't been close to losing in the first 5 rounds.
Right, this has been crazy, and the real issue is, I mean, neither team's able to establish their economy because they just keep trading some of these force buys, and you're going to see another one out of the terrorist team. It's not so much a force buy, it's actually a pretty nice buy out of them with that plant world that it's going to have the AWP, so, I mean, the winner of this round, the economy for the loser is going to be broken, so this will be where the winner can really start to establish something early on in the half, because they'll be able to have that, you know, economy, the foundation of the economy they can build upon.
Yeah, I mean, It's getting tricky now. Angel's got a little bit of money, but no one, as you said, has really been establishing anything that is super overwhelming at the moment. I do want to give a shout out to Val, by the way, for adding that timing feature. It's so damn cool. What's even cooler is I messaged Valve about it, and it only took them like 4 weeks or something to put it in. So they're really quick when it comes to suggestions. It's nice. HellRaisers are going to get the opening pick here. That's Moo picking off Bondic. So still World didn't play with the other AWP on the other side. But this feels like a really slow round from Flipside. They haven't really tried many rushes. And I guess on this map, we don't see a lot of T rushes, really.
Yeah, it actually, I mean, it didn't seem that slow. He pushed up very quickly. It's just that Moo with another pick. So, I mean, Moo's the one that's really slowing this down because they actually got up towards A to put some pressure on it very, very quickly. But Moo's just shut things down. And even Kucha with the trade is going to get aggressive, and Doja also cleans one up. So great defense from HellRaisers, and they just mop everything up.
Wow, that is... It's unfortunate for Flipside because, you know, in the game of force-ups here, it feels like now HellRaisers finally come out on top because now Flipside have to eco. They're not going to go for armor. They're going to have a couple of pistols to even out the economy on the T side, but no one really buying crazily. So that means now HellRaisers have the real chances you were talking about to really make a good foundation for themselves.
Yeah, and it may be an easier round to build up, but they're going to go for this drop play as well, though. Double nade, you see HellRaisers, but they have nades in their hands again. That's a Dread, and the second time being caught with the nade out. And this looks promising.
Oh, yeah. Really troublesome there. Angel's going to return the frag, but you're right. Getting caught once again. Doja goes down. Angel will get caught. What is going on here? The speed from Flipside just making it work. Tag there. Markolov. Goodbye grenade there. He's going to end up dropping to Moo, but Kuch is so low on health that Moo pretty much has to do this all on his own. It's a 2v2. And the bomb is ticking. They do have kits. They've got smokes. They've got grenades. And Blade is very low on health. So this is winnable. He's checked the drop zone. No one's there. He's going to run in. And with a grenade out once again. This is unreal. The timing on Flipside is just so good. Kucha wants to run away. And he may be just allowed to. But no, World Edit will take him out. And Flipside win it back. This is a mad match.
Yeah, and it came down to the battle at drop. And once again, HellRaisers getting caught with nades out or getting caught by, you know, a flash timing and not being prepared for it. And, you know, I just feel like if you know it's going to be an eco round, they had to have had an indication that it was going to be, you know, a very, very light buy, if anything. Why play in that room where you can get caught out like that? I almost feel like you could find some better positions or use a Molotov a little bit better to keep them from overrunning you that quickly almost.
Yeah, I guess that's what makes Cobblestone exciting, along with Overpass and like actually any new map that gets added. It's this whole concept that there's so much to be discovered and found out, right? I mean, probably Molotovs could help, but I feel like we just need like one team to become the experts on playing this map, like the undisputed champions of Cobblestone, and they will show us exactly how it's done right. Right now, it seems like it's up for grabs. Oh, there it is. Look at the opening. Bondic and World Edit cross kill in there. Kucha going down. Moo exactly at the opposite direction. Markolov to pick up Adren, and in the corner, Doja's gonna fall. I mean, Moses, how do you even analyze a round like this? Was it, I mean...
That was actually a really, really cool stack. I mean, it's a pretty common stack over towards that long A portion, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
Over towards those hulls. And, I mean, we've seen that a bunch, but, I mean, it just comes down to Flipside tactics, just sniffing that out perfectly. Because with two players dedicated over there, that's such a crucial portion of the defense. And you saw once they both fell, I mean, Doja just had to hide in that corner. He had nowhere else to fall back to. He couldn't really do anything, so he just kind of had to hope and pray. So that's just a great execution and a great job clearing that out by Flipside, for sure. And now, I mean, this is where those trades on the force buys are going to end, because once again, now we see it go in the way of Flipside, where once it was HellRaisers with the advantage, now they just lost it.
So what we need now to complete the picture is for HellRaisers to win this round and just, you know, come right back into it, just to make it completely unpredictable here. But they really don't have a lot. Unlike previously, there's no Deagle in play, and they've got no grenades. This is going to come down to... I think it's going to come down to Flipside making a big mistake if they're going to lose this round, basically.
Yeah, they've got to give up a gun early that HellRaisers can utilize pretty well, because you're right, they have pretty much nothing. They've got two P250s, I think, and that's about it.
Bondic trying to clear out here. Moo going to be sneaking up with a USPS. Does do some decent damage. And Kucha will drop fairly low on health, but is still going to be staying alive. Look at the aggressive push-up over here, though. They're going to run right into Markolov. And if they had got this gun before anyone over at A died, you feel like maybe there was a chance. I mean, I guess the upside is Flipside feel like they have to push in now. They got to move up, because otherwise they're going to get sandwiched in. And Kucha's hiding in the back here. Again, it's with the USP, and Angel goes down. Kucha has run out of time as well. He's going to drop. So a bit unfortunate, but not bad positional play from HellRaisers, really.
No, and yeah, they committed to that Flipside committed to that A hit so heavily immediately because Markelov sees 3 of them, so they know there's only one at A, and that's kind of why they take that battle. But there was actually, I mean, it's not really a stack like they did with the Crossfire, but 2 players from HellRaisers kind of peeked that with their pistols over towards long again. That was the same take that Flipside did that busted their stack the round before it on the gun round. So that just seems to be kind of like a default idea. If Flipside wants to go A, it seems like they're going to put 2 up the stairwell from middle and 2 over towards long, and they just crunch that region.
I guess that's the first indication almost that a team has like spent some time on it, is that they even have like a default setup, right? It's always a good way to fall back and just know that you've got everything covered and then play from there on out. Whatever they're doing, Flipside, it's working out well because they've got 6 rounds currently. They've won the last 3 in a row. HellRaisers were able to buy here, but it's not an impressive buy. I mean, this is not like the super CT hole where you've got infinite smokes, and if they run out of those, you've got Molotovs behind it. They're already out of smokes at 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, this is just kind of like we've already given up too many CT rounds. We pretty much have to buy every time we have even a decent arsenal available to us. So, yeah, they're going to be struggling without smokes. No kits either. That's going to be a big deal if they have to retake a bomb site.
Oh, did they make it into drop zone already? Yeah, they did. This time, Adrian actually is going to stay alive. No grenade in his hands because he did not have one, Moses. That was the difference.
It works out well for him there. He's had a tough time guarding that. He gets a pop flash, he swings in, and he does take down Markelov, so that shuts that down, and it's now a 5-on-3, so that really bails him out of this situation.
Yeah, even though he's low, he can afford to play it safe. The double stack over here, Kucha and Moo versus World Edit. So even if you got the one shot on someone there, the no-scope not going to work out. Headshot on Blade as he tries to get out. Angel just has to buy a little bit of time, and it's going to work out, although they know that. They're playing quickly here, Flipside, and they're in a 2v3. It's not over yet, even though it's close. Adren, he actually has a grenade, and he goes down. Oh, no. We need to come with a hashtag for this. It seems like as long as Adrian doesn't pick up a grenade, things are great, but as soon as he does, it works out against him. Kucha very nearly dies that shot from Bondik. Now Blade is trying to see if he can stop them, but they're on the bomb already. Blade trying to take a fight here, runs out, drops Kucha now, has the knife out, and he's going to go down to Moo, who does not have a kit, but I think he's just got enough time for it.
It's just so perfect that he just walks over a body to pick up a nade, and immediately it comes out. And then he does. So that's a bummer. But, I mean, everything preceding that was very, very well done by Adren there. I mean, he's had trouble holding that, you know, against anti-ecos and in a couple of rounds in the past, but that time he gets 2 initial kills with a nice pop flash from his teammate, so very well done by him until he grabs that grenade, and now he's got a P90 for it.
Okay.
And a double up setup on the T side.
Okay, guy called Perp 1104 in the chat said hashtag Nadrin. I think that's that was a grenade. Grenadrin was also another one, but Nadrin, it makes sense to me. Hashtag Nadrin.
That's a front runner for sure.
Yeah, that's been born already. Grenade out. Decent grenade on Cyber Focus. That's worth the investment, I would say. They're going to try and do a little bit more damage, but Adrian goes down. Did not get to see if that was a grenade or not, but let's say it wasn't. Angel will take out Cyber Focus, but they're sandwiched in right here. HellRaisers, they're in an awful position, although they do get the kill on the bomb carrier. And that was huge. World Edit to pick off Doja, and Angel very low on health here. 12 left. Gonna go down to Markelov, and trying to get through the smoke. Kucha already getting pre-fired. He's gonna drop to Markelov, and Moo, last man standing. Not gonna, well, just gonna make it around the corner. Not sure how, but not gonna win the round, obviously.
Yeah, these hits from Flipside are just so aggressive and so swift. And you said it. I mean, those 2 HR players in this B bomb site were so out of position that it forced one to get, you know, aggressive on that B platform, and he gets picked off by World Edit with an op. And the other one, it just had such low HP, had nowhere to go because he was just too far out of position. But they've got to figure out some way to help Adren because this isn't working. Flipside's putting so much pressure on it. 2, 3 people pop flashing through his smoke into that drop, and Adren just he's not able to do that much against so many people coming through the smoke. They've got to find some way to either have him play far back and set up a crossfire, or a second player over there to bail him out. But something that's being exploited at the moment.
He's going to at least save the AWP, but this is turning into a bit of an ugly first half here for HellRaisers. Flipside just doing super well. Moses, you've been playing Counter-Strike for a long time. Do you see this this camera sign that's over by the A hallways on the wall? That there's some sort of security going on. It's like a throwback. I feel like if this was in 1.6, there would be those monitors like there was on Assault.
Yep. And in Mansion as well.
And on Mansion,
the security room.
Someone should edit that into this map. I guess competitively, having security cameras on the map would be kind of overpowered, but, you know.
There used to be a map in 1.6 that had those security cameras. I'm trying to think of which one. I want to feel like it was Prodigy or something that you could actually utilize in a match.
Yeah, people did used to. Actually, yeah, I think you're right. Prodigy probably did. World Edit to pick up the 1 kill there. Goes for the next one in line, and that's Kucha going down and opening up everything. Oh, we get to see the smoke here as well. Going all the way in, or we would have if the camera didn't change, but we can follow it anyway. Lands right over there. What a great smoke. That should be utilized a lot more. Follow smoke up onto the balcony. Heaven, high ground, whatever you want to call it. Exactly, all those names. I think balcony is easy.
Those are both really, really nice smokes from Flipside. I mean, that first one, like he said, under the doorway, but as they're coming up the ramp, they throw it perfectly into that balcony. So that's very well executed. And now Adren's going to get hunted down from behind as well. He doesn't have much time left.
Well, nicely done by Flipside here. They've won. Oh, they've had a really good end to this first half here. I mean, at 8 rounds. They could probably afford to lose the rest and they would still be decent, although we have seen some good teams winning a lot of T rounds on this map, so obviously they're not going to stop. HellRaisers, on the other hand, they're really being put to the test right now.
It was Devil Walk that said this was like a T-sided map, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I agree. I think that's... I mean, who would disagree with Devil Walk, right? Can't disagree with Fnatic. That's hard to do.
No, you really can't. Oh. And Devil Walk...
Look at the
definitely has a lot of knowledge. Yep. So this is the change. They're like, okay, so we're getting punished here, but Markelov reads it perfectly. That has got to be gut-wrenching.
That's essentially like a hard counter. We were talking about StarCraft 2 earlier. That's like the equivalent of a build order loss. You just get, you don't even need to get scouted. You're just already off on the wrong path before you even get started. Nice pick-off from World Edit, though. And Kutra and Adrian are left alive here, but this is Flipside. Just kicking it into high gear. This is really overwhelming at this point in time. Bomb obviously going to go down. Bondik crab walks in to get the kill on Adrian. Possibly the most annoying way to get killed. And Kucha will be left alone. Walks right in. Bondik to pick him off. More crouching. And it's going to be 9-4 here.
Yeah, and Flipside's just controlled this economy so well, and that's kind of what's prevented HellRaisers from getting any kind of momentum. You know, even their gun rounds, they don't have a lot of smokes or kits or utility to really work with here. And obviously that, like you said, that blind counter to that boost, Markelov just reads it perfectly. But even next round when they buy, it's going to be, I mean, they'll have a pretty decent buy, but it's going to be another one of those things where some of their players are going to be missing utility, especially if they want to invest in an AWP.
Yeah. There's so many tools that are not at their at their expense right now. They just can't really do it. Like, I mean, another thing that we have seen with some success on this map is the auto sniper being played over at B as well, on the CT side, and all of these tricks is something that they just can't go for on HellRaisers really. So, tough first half for them.
Yeah, and you look at this, I mean, I know this is an eco round, but you look at how fast these kills have come out, all before 1 minute and 10 seconds. I mean, they're just able to put so much pressure anywhere they want on the map because there's no smokes. They're not really too worried about counter flashes or pop flashes from the CT side. So, I mean, this is going to be that round that HellRaisers, they're finally going to have, you know, some things to work with here.
Man, it was looking good early on. I mean, in the 5th and 6th round where they won those 2 consecutive rounds, that looked like it should have been HellRaisers' turn to take over, and then that was the last we really saw them.
Well, then they lost to an eco round, I believe, like immediately after that. That round 7 was the rush from Flipside, where I don't even think they bought armor that round.
No, I think you're right. What an upset this turned out to be. Angel getting flashed here. Adrian's got grenades in his hand, so we're already worried. Great pickup from Angel, though. Really great start. And Adrian's falling back a little bit. He hears the grenades going in. Angel gets taken out by Cyberfocus, trading a couple of flashbangs then, and just comes out on top at the end.
And this is scary because that gives Cyberfocus such a good position. I mean, he's able to swing wide. He's able to peer into the bomb site, and it prevents the CTs from rotating closer into the B site, closer to that fountain.
Yep. Bomb, though, is making its way back. I mean, Kucha could end up being the hero of this last round. If he stays here, it's going to be a little bit hard for them to check it this late in the round. I mean, They do have a Molotov or two, actually. If they check this corner with a Molotov, I would just be blown away at this point. But I doubt that they would. Although, look at Bondik. He's looking that way. They definitely have the idea, but now they're getting focused on Moo, who's going to pick up one of their players. And Moo will get the second kill, too, so Kucha doesn't even need to be put into play. And now, Cyberfocus and World Edit. I mean, it's the 15th round with 25 seconds. They kind of have to go for it here, but what could they do?
Yeah, and it's the last round too, so no point in saving. World Edit doesn't check it, and there's Kucher finally pounces, but you were right. He didn't get any of those initial kills. Moo got both of them, but the real thing that Kucher did with that position was he heard the footsteps. You could see immediately as soon as he started talking about it, all the members of HellRaisers rotated over. They had, 3 over towards that A bomb site and only 1 towards B, so he hears the footsteps and he allows his teams to react accordingly.
All right, well, great job in that last round for HellRaisers, although it was... Can't help but feel maybe a bit too late that they picked up on it. Now they have to show us a really cool T side. Maybe they have it. As you were pointing out, Devilwalk did mention that this is probably a T-sided map if you know what you're doing. So maybe HellRaisers do. Flipside certainly seemed like they were on point here. Really nice rounds coming out of them, and great control in the drop zone. And a great way to essentially utilize, once they have that control, they swing it around from the plateau and sandwich in any remaining CTs who are on that B-bomb site playing. Nice stuff.
Yeah, the scary part is to make, I mean, I guess you can, if we're going to call this a T-sided map, I guess it's not really too much of a comeback per se, but I mean, if they're going to have to establish that economy, or they can't get punished like that again. And we saw how Seesaw the first 5 rounds were in the first half, just back and forth. So that can't happen again if HellRaisers wants to make a run for this match.
Well, we are going to be joining up now in the second half here. Again, a big welcome if you are all joining us just now. It's Flipside versus HellRaisers. It is going to be the third match of the day here. We've got one more coming up still afterwards, but Flipside are currently doing a pretty good job. They just beat Mouse Sports on Overpass. Now they're about to do the same to HellRaisers here. If they win this pistol round, there's a good chance they're going to end up pulling it off here. But we'll see if they can go all the way. I'm Anderson. With me is Moses over from the ESCA stream, who's been so kind as to help me out this evening, so I didn't have to solo cast all on my own all evening. What do you think about the setup from Flipside, Moses? They've got only one person sort of halfway, like, peeking into A. He's got a shoulder in A just to claim that he's still there.
And he doesn't even have anyone spotting over towards long, so he's in a very awkward position. So they're just trusting this A bomb site up to a retake, but luckily, it looks like HellRaisers, the attack is going to go over towards B.
Flipside here, going for a bit of a peek behind that smoke. I love the fact that they've got all these grenades. If they come in here, there's 3 grenades, 2 of them over by B. If they go on plateau, just one of these grenades could deal damage, especially to Moo and Dojo who've got no armor.
Yeah, but Flipside has a bad read. They just broke up the stack. 3 players rotate out of that B bomb site. Markov's got to come back now, but they're already swinging around on platform.
And look at this World Edit trying to stay alive. They are shooting through. This is basically cardboard. This whole chicken house is just made of absolute paper. So they're trying to shoot him through, but he's found a good angle. Markolov will go down. World Edit drops as well. And Blade with a good return. They're trading a lot, but the trading is going in favor now of HellRaisers. Bomb will go down with 20 seconds left. And Cyberfocus and Bondik coming back in to try and see if they can steal it back here. This will be a big win for Flipside, but it's not going to happen, is it? Bondik goes down. Angel with a good double and Doja with a good double. Wow, what was that read? Because you're right, they broke up the stack exactly at the wrong time. So did you catch what made them move?
I actually, Markolov peeked up that platform. He jumped up onto that break in the wall and got into a one-on-one fight. And I actually thought that was brilliant because he sees the people there. He saw at least one person, and I guess because he only saw one, that's the only thing that I can think of that might have broken it up. He might have been like, all right, guys, there's only one. We need to get back towards A, so we're not just giving up too much. But that's a little bit of a bummer because they had it perfectly up until then, because it was right after Markolov fell back from that battle that they really rotated away.
Well, good news for, obviously, for HellRaisers winning that one. Adrian going to be picking up Markolov there, spraying madly with a Mag 10. But apart from that, it gives HellRaisers a real chance to get back in this game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That's exactly the start they needed, and now they need to build on that. They can't be losing this round. They have a good advantage here so far in a 5-on-4.
Well, they're playing all the way back here at the... Can we call it a chicken house? I mean, it looks like someone might have kept chickens in here. I'm not sure.
In that B bomb site? Yeah.
Yeah. There's small cages in here. That's why I'm thinking someone's been keeping some livestock in there.
Yeah, some sort of farm animal.
Okay, let's check out Angel and this smoke he's about to throw down. Where is it going to land? All the way up by the tree, and it's going to be on the bomb site there. Just trying to block it off, buying a little bit of time. That's a nice smoke, I think, just to zone out a bit of the map, give a bit of control back here. Angel going to get a kill. Doja with a nice pick off there on to Bondic. And finally, World Edit will reply for just a second. Cypher Focus coming up from behind. Pretty good timing, actually, between him and World Edit, but they just didn't really have the manpower. And now they're going to end up losing the round once more. So 10-7. The Flipside going to have to eke off of one more round after this before they can finally actually make a buy.
That was actually a really cool execute by HellRaisers on that site, because they had the stairwell and that right side of the fountain or the statue blocked off by smokes, and they streamed out that platform with 2 players who didn't really commit to fights. They just got the attention of anyone playing behind fountain, and then they had, I believe it was a Dren or Angel, just got aggressive for the entry frag. So while they were battling the players on platform, he was turning the corner, blasting away with the Tech 9. So that was actually really, really cool of them.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I just want to learn more and more about this map. So whenever we see a cool play like that, almost wish you could see it replicated just to see if it's just like a one-off occurrence or if it can keep working essentially. So it's a sort of a go-to play if you're in doubt. Sniper Focus is dangerously close here to Mu. I mean, it's just a P2000 in hand, but still, if you could find an opening kill, that might force the rest of HellRaisers towards the B-bomb site, where there is a bit of a stack once again.
Yeah, there is. This is a pretty solid read out of. I mean, it's another eco round. They don't have like the deagles that they had last round. But look at the stack from Markelov and World Edit playing right underneath the platform. It's only Angel up there, so they have fallen right back towards the A bomb site. And Cyber Focus is going to spot it out, but he's got to get away. Not going to be able to. Doja sprays him down.
And Blade also caught out in the open here, just trying to stay alive, but they're coming in from every which angle. And Bondic now going to jump out the balcony. And sort of gets caught in the middle of everything here. World Edit actually trying to get away, but Angel's waiting over here, going to shoot him a little bit in the back. Misses the shot, though. Still, they've got it sandwiched in, and he's gone. So, super round here. Team Ace coming out from HellRaisers.
Yeah, nice. I love Team Aces. They always make me very, very happy. Well, one thing that I noticed, Dren, it's kind of funny because we talked about Dren defending that drop. He's like the one attacking it now for for HellRaisers. He did it on the pistol rounds, and he's been doing it here. One thing that he does, he throws a Molotov actually towards the doorway that leads towards that B bomb site, and he uses that Molotov to clear out every other angle. You know, assuming that no one's going to rush right through it. So it's pretty cool of him to do that.
Alright, well maybe we can try and catch a little bit of that. Right now he's knifing this armored statue that's in the middle of everything, so probably not a part of the strategy, is it? Let's see. Smoke down to block off the right-hand side, Molotov to the other side. You're exactly right. And then the flashbang on in. That seems really well prepared. Obviously a lot of homework gone into this particular push. It means he knows that no one's in there now, and he can try and focus a little bit more on the actual entrances. I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Europeans are so good at using those Molotovs to clear out positions. And look at that now. Actually, World Edit's forced to smoke himself off just so he can fall back out of the fire. But there's Markelov getting aggression. So all that work that Adren just did kind of goes to waste with Markelov just swinging in and winning that battle.
And what is so mad as well is that Markelov actually jumps around the corner, which means he gets enough height that he can spot Adrian there. But imagine if Adrian had already been peeking. Then, you know, you would have caught Markelov jumping midair, and that's usually a death sentence. So a big risk, I would say, on Markelov's part, but it worked out beautifully. And Bondi turns around. Doja, he just kind of came strolling through the smoke. Maybe he got some of the smoke in his eyes because he couldn't see a damn thing when he came out. And that's a clean, perfect round on Flipside. Wow.
Yeah, nicely done. And they took advantage. They got that opening pick onto Adren, and then from there, they were just pop flashing. You know, especially at that B bomb site, they were pop flashing that choke point and just allowing their teammates to peek and then spray down some blind HellRaisers members who were trying to get some kind of control. But yeah, just very well done by Flipside.
All right then. Well, now it's 11-8. Bondic ready with a preemptive grenade. Does go all the way in the back here, but not going to catch anyone. Bit of an aggressive move from HellRaisers, but they're going to run into Blade. He takes out one. Cypher Focus going to fall back as well. I like this. Whenever you get that pick off on the CT side, I always try and keep an eye on whether or not the CTs are going to keep playing aggressive or whether or not they're going to try and play a little bit more defensively. I actually feel like a lot of NA Counter-Strike, you'll see the team sort of continuously be aggressive, and I feel like that could be a bit risky.
Well, it is. We love getting advantages in rounds and then giving it right back. So, I mean, here you see. I mean, this is great because they've fallen back. They can turtle into the site, so they're forcing an execute through these choke points, and they already have a man advantage. And you're going to see the rotations come in immediately. So, Flipside playing this really, really well. Although Moo does take one down, Cyber Focus just on scopes at the wrong time, so they weren't set up for it. Now Markolov's got a battle to win.
Oh, one grenade here would finish off Kucha. He's on 1 health exactly. Bondik will pick up the 1, but Kucha gets a kill mid-air on Markolov. Nice flick from World Edit. And 1 grenade here would do wonders. He's trying to jump out, USPS in hand. This is a dangerous fight. If he misses a shot here, Kucha could take him out. He sprays, he does. Survives on 1 health and still gets a triple. What an upset.
Oh my lord, that jump out the window. Yeah, you talked about it. That's usually a death sentence when that happens, and that time he gets caught in midair. He actually, it's weird, he didn't want to play that a little bit more patiently. He really went full aggression there in that one-on-one, so... I mean, we talked about, we said they did everything right, they fell back, they turtled up, it seemed like those 2 players in A just kind of, they weren't in the best positions and got caught out.
Wow, yeah, I mean, that kind of entry, and then the follow-up, the play that we were, yeah, you said the defensive play to follow it up, seemed like such a good idea. Nice wallbang through from Angel actually onto Blade. Obviously, HellRaisers have done some homework on this map because they know the wallbang angles. You can see Adrian over at drop down. He's really good at using the grenades there. They just didn't have the best CT side, but their T side seems to be a lot more solid.
Well, it's a T-sided map apparently. We're seeing evidence of it right now. So yeah, but I mean, both these teams have had some really cool things on this map so far that we've seen.
Angel taking out 2 towards the center of the map. Kucha opening up a bomb site, which means it doesn't really matter what World Edit and Markolov do. What do you think, Moses? What's the call here for Flipside? I mean, HellRaisers showed us a trick which admittedly didn't even work, not even close, because Markolov kind of destroyed it, but they went for the counter boost. Can you think of any more tricks like that Flipside might be able to pull out on this map? Something that they've, you know, hidden, well, not maybe hidden, but something that's a little bit unconventional?
You know, one thing I don't often see on this map, maybe, I mean, if they can get an op and maybe have them push those long A halls and get a quick pick there. I mean, the biggest issue with that is you can get flanked out up those stairs. I would say, you know there's not going to be that much aggression because they've seen Adren's doing that same setup in that drop zone that we've seen. Like, he's done it pretty much every round he's had the utility for it. So you know that no one's going to be coming too quickly there at the moment. HellRaisers is going to let him do his thing, so you can devote players elsewhere to do kind of a peak. And I mean, the real trouble is they're getting caught in that same economics situation as HellRaisers was in the first half, where they just don't have a ton of utility to use to necessarily block off and delay these choke points very long. Yeah, I mean, it's been the downfall of so many teams. I guess the most obvious map where it becomes a huge problem, like the one where you can really see what it means to be lacking money on CT side, is Inferno, I guess, because once you run out of smokes and Molotovs on that map, it gets to be a little bit tricky, but it's obviously important on all maps, and HellRaisers, sorry, Flipside, they're suffering right now. It's 10-11, and right now they have lost a fair few rounds in a row, and yeah, they're in some trouble. Yeah, they really are, and you see Blade with the FAMAS. They have no kits on him either, and 2 smokes left for the rest of this round. But it's another heavy lean over towards B, but you look at there's a little bit of a bait and switch. Blade's got to help out Cyber Focus because he's pushed up down there, perhaps waiting for the smoke to clear for a pop flash to clear things out. Yeah. And that would be huge actually, because he would have so much information that they're not over here towards A, because there's 4 of them. There's the pop flash, comes through the smoke. Yeah. So now they know it's a B hit. They should know. I'm wondering if Angel heard the flash and could have guessed that there was 2 people into it, or if that's a bit too much of a fantasy, really. Because, I mean, Flipside are they still got a good presence over by B here, but let's see the setup once again. Smoke goes in here, trying to wall off that B bomb side. Definitely a really cool smoke. I really am loving that one. World Edit playing close here. 20 seconds is not a lot of time here for HellRaisers to make it through. In fact, if the bomb drops now, they can lose the round just because of that. Adrian going to pick up 1. World Edit drops as well. Markolov's going to pick up a kill, but now the bomb is definitely going to go down here, and it's a 4v3, 4v2 now. HellRaisers making their way through with the bomb plant as well, and Blade is going to drop simultaneously with Markolov, and that ties the score at 11-11. That was great timing from HellRaisers, even though it looked scary. Yeah, and it looked really scary with only 20 seconds left, but they found the entry kills, and that was that looked like it was actually going to go really, really well for Flipside. As soon as the execution came in, World Edit throws the Molotov and delays him even farther. They just pre-fired his spot, so I mean, this execution from HellRaisers was awesome there. Like, everything was in the favor of Flipside with 20 seconds left, except for the kills obviously going HellRaisers' way.
Yeah, but that's what's so crazy about. I mean, and that's not just like a European. That's like almost specifically a CIS type of style, where you wait until there are that few seconds left. And really, you really do think about it. What if one of the kills had gone the other way? What if the guy carrying the bomb had got killed and they had to spend another 5 seconds finding the bomb and putting it down? They could have lost the whole round. But the CIS teams, man, they're really good at executing it. It's entertaining, really entertaining Counter-Strike, in fact.
Yeah, and this is so now HellRaisers just has a hold on this match now. You're gonna see that Flipside's gonna buy again next round. They've got to start putting them some together, but this is looking very, very scary for them.
Kucha with a kill then. He will go down to Bondik, the first kill of the round for Flipside, and oh no, look at where Angel is holding. Markolov is not gonna have a clue, is he? No chance. So there it is, 12-11. Great comeback here. I mean, what was it, 10-5 for the first half in favor of Flipside? And now we're back at 11-12. So HellRaisers have won, what, 7 rounds currently on the second half. Pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it is. And now this is a little bit of a switch-up. Now that they finally have the money, CyberFocus is going to pick up that AWP. It is a glass cannon. It doesn't have any armor behind it, which could be a little worrying. It's another round where they have 0 kits. But he's going to come over towards long.
This is what you were talking about just before, Moses, when I was asking you what's a bit of a switch up. I mean, he's not holding, I think, as far up as you were talking about, but still a little bit further up than we've seen previously. So maybe that's going to net them some sort of opening. In fact, if he did push up, you could see the moves waiting for him. So pretty would have been fatal anyway. But
yeah, but you can see, too, now that Blade was forced back, there's like a timer on how long he can stay in that position. I mean, he's come up to meet up with him to guard his back, but... Oh, Moose actually, he senses this.
Yeah, and the flashbang is going to go over the wall. Actually, CyberFocus turns around and misses the first shot here. It's going to miss it again, and with no armor, that's a 1 kill with the M4A1 there. Headshot straight to death. Blade is going to go down. He did have head armor, but against the AK, it doesn't even matter. So now Markolov, he's going to have to be a bit of a hero here. I mean, this is going to have to come down to him just going nuts. And he misses a couple of shots there. Will take out 1. It's down to 22. He's trying to reload in the background. He will go down. Bondik and World Edit trying to get in here, but they are not really... they can't even play together right now. And they get smoked off of the door as well. So, not sure they can even go for this retake.
It's definitely going to be tough. Actually, Angel almost falls. That would have given him a little bit of an opening, but no kits. So they're going to have to do this very, very quickly. Bondik does find one. So now it's down to a 2-on-2, and like you said, Angel is so low. A nice pop flash blinds him. This retake is looking good, but Bondik doesn't have time to slow down. He's going to pull out the pistol.
Oh, and look at that. Look at that.
That's genius, actually. It doesn't hit the bomb, but that's a really smart play.
Yeah, I mean, we both obviously knew what that was meant to do. That was supposed to bounce over and hit on the bomb, which means even if he lost the battle, he would still win the round. That would have been... I almost wish... he would have died, and the Molotov would have been there just so we could see that. That's a very smart move. Actually, so even though that doesn't work, that still shows you a little bit of what kind of play a move is, right? That's an intelligent play.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that pretty much secures the win no matter what happens in that gunfight. You're exactly right. So, I mean, what's unfortunate is this is kind of that bait with these CIS teams like you talk about. They let the clock run down. They're really good at their executes, but you saw what Flipside wanted to change. They tried to get aggressive in those A-halls that last round, but you know, you feel like you have the space to get aggressive because they take so long, but they're taking so long because they're so efficient at clearing everything out where they're going. And HellRaisers just kind of blew up that aggression.
Now it's all pistols on the flip side. They're buying a couple of smokes, which I think is a decent idea. I mean, when you're playing the CT sides and you don't have a lot, even a couple of smokes will sometimes put enough pressure on the T side that they'll make some basic mistakes that you can play against. So I still think that's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the real problem is they can't afford to make too many mistakes after this. So I think not investing in that kind of stuff at the moment is just because they want to have the best buy they can in the gun rounds. Yeah, you know, this is now a point where they really can't afford to give up. They need to win 3 or 4 straight here. I mean, especially if they win 1 and then drop it, that would just be heartbreaking.
HellRaisers have made a sick comeback. Angel top fragging at 24 kills. Kucher and then Moo really close by. I mean, I guess only Adrian has been a little bit further down, but that's also because I think in the first half he only got like 4 kills. He had a horrendous time trying to cover the drop zone there. So maybe a little bit tough on him this game, but they're really stepping it up. And Flipside have got to come up with something.
He's actually, I mean, despite looking really, really good on how he wants to take the drop zone, I mean, he's had a tough time really being effective on the terror side either, but it doesn't matter because they're having success so much on other parts of the map. And that's the difference, really. We saw in the first half, Flipside put so much emphasis on taking over that drop zone. HellRaisers isn't actually doing it.
No, they feel quite confident just playing pretty much all the way around it. Though Adrian is up here again, he's got his trusty smoke, his Molotov, everything that he used to use just trying to get down here. So let's see. Yeah, it's going to be the smoke right and the Molotov left again. But they've got 2 people holding close and they're not going to let him get in here. Molotov up. Flashbang is in as well, but he's just buying time while they're rotating the bomb over towards the A side of the map. Adrian gets picked off there. And now Blade and Cyberfocus, are they going to make a call? Bondic is actually rotating back. This is a nice call from Flipside. Definitely getting back in position right now. And look at Blade. He's playing where I think Doja was earlier in this corner down in the middle. So we'll see. It didn't really work out for Doja because all he got was a little bit of sound. He didn't get so many kills. Flashbang in. They will check the corners. Nice work on HellRaisers. Look at this entry. That's just beautiful, Moses. And at the end of it, well, that it will be the last man standing. And let's see. Did we lose anyone? Our mumble's still working. There we go. Let's see. Oh! Apparently Moses can't hear me any longer on Mumble. It's a bit weird. Hello, hello? I'm not sure. Mumble is somehow screwing
Anders,
up.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? That's a bit awkward. Somehow not working. Mumble being strange all of a sudden. Yeah, if not, maybe we'll have to switch to Skype or something instead. Hey, could you hear me, Moses? That is remarkable. For some reason, our Mumble server has died on us and has just given up entirely. That is very strange. All right, well, it's 15 to 11, so I guess we won't have to deal with it too much longer. I do apologize there. A little bit of an awkward situation, but we'll try and get it under control. But not too much longer. So sorry about that, guys. I can't really explain why it would suddenly stop working, but obviously it did. Let's just see. Hello, hello, Moses?
Oh, hey.
Oh, it's working again. Well, I guess we'll just accept that Mumble's feeling a little bit emotional and needed a timeout there.
Yeah, you've had a rough day with the PC issues, so it's just kind of fitting that we get one more in.
Why not? Why not? Well, Markelov is going to be taking down Adrian then for a good opening frag here. Flipside trying to see if they can stay alive a little while longer. Well, Dead is going to get picked off though. 3 people waiting, and he did spot all 3 of them. So now you can see the rotation is sort of coming in. 35 seconds left, which means HellRaisers don't really have a lot of time to rotate back here. I'll try and time it afterwards how long it's actually taking to rotate back from that position if they did want to run, but they're going to get the opening frag as well. Their counter boost going up from Cyberfocus. Can he be there behind them fast enough? Blade goes down. Cyberfocus. It's all on him and Bondic now to try and save this round. 2v4 coming up from behind. Bondic gonna pick up one. Cyberfocus with another. It's looking good. Move will pick up a kill, but shot in the back now. It's Kucher coming in from the doors. The headshot to finish it, and HellRaisers will win that round. Great timing all around from them. Really impressed, actually.
Yeah, that was very nice. And those ops actually doing work on the entries. You know, it's crazy watching